Liam, I think it'd probably be an understatement to say that's not the result that you wanted tonight.
That's a massive understatement, Lokesy. Not happy with the result, not happy with the performance. We were way off our level, which we've been consistent, other than the last 2 games, which we have to put right really, really quickly. We have to be more clinical. We have to. We're getting into final third, we're getting 1v1s in great areas and not taking advantage, and that's something we need to address, because we have to start scoring the first goal, especially away from home, and allow teams to come out and play, because at the moment teams are taking advantage of a mistake or a goal and then sitting in and waiting for another mistake.
You mentioned that, so we'll talk about that a little bit first. You've mentioned it before about not scoring away from home. Do you feel that the players are starting just to feel it in the game and becoming desperate, and does that lead to overthinking and things like that in the game?
I hope not. Those players, well, I know I've got quality players in the squad, and I've got full faith in them moving forward. And yeah, when you go on a run where you're not scoring, maybe you take that extra bit of care when you need to be free in those moments to go and finish. And that's something we'll look at and address. But in terms of my trust and belief in them, it hasn't gone down. I was always aware there would be setbacks in this season, and I hope today we will come back from our first real setback of the season against Plymouth, and we haven't. So we need to do it again and make sure we get it right for Saturday, and that's something that me and my staff are already looking towards.
You started reasonably well as well, and then the penalty came. What were your thoughts on that?
It's so frustrating. Again, started the game well on top. They're chasing us. We're creating 1v1 moments which don't take advantage, and then it's a soft penalty. At the least, I haven't seen it back. I'm not going to start blaming the referee's decision, but the lad's facing away from goal. Do we need to make the challenge? I don't think so. But then what happens is you give the team the first goal, they've got something to hold on to. And basically the whole half was us trying to play. Felt we, again, be more positive in possession. Don't be afraid to risk the ball at times. I want us to play, but I want us to play forward. And at times when you go a goal down, it can knock your confidence. We started taking less risks, putting more pressure on ourselves, and it gave them something to hold on to. And the second goal, before that, we have to score. We have to score the chance that we create. And that, I don't know if he's offside. I've not seen it back yet and I'll analyse that. But we're far on top again without playing at our best. Have to take our chances.
I was going to mention that. That was probably the ultimate sort of summing up of the fact that goals change games. That goes in 1-1. You were on top. You could feel it because of the changes that you'd made as well. It felt there was a bit more drive there. And then they go and score, and that gives you a bigger mountain to climb. That is the ultimate summing up of the situation, that those goals, you have to take them when they come your way.
That's the key to the game. Is as much, it doesn't matter about your style of play. When you create chances, you have to score, because it changes the whole flow of the game. And if Nat is offside, it's probably an inch. It goes in, and we're fully on top. So it's a really strange feeling, because I know we can play better, no doubt about that. And I'm not going to come out here and make excuses on our performance. But even with a poor performance, we should at least come away having scored a goal and put ourselves in position to win the game.
You were calm after the Peterborough game. I think you were the calmest person at Pride Park considering the circumstances. Is it important to keep that level of calm now as well?
I think I said to you after the last game against Plymouth, my job is not to get too high when we win and not to get too low when we lose. I'm open to criticism. I know I'm working for a huge club with huge ambitions, but I also know that this is a really long process for us to get to where we want to be. But at the same time, really, really quickly, we need to change this feel. And I'm really delighted. We've got a big home game against Wycombe on Saturday that I'm really looking forward to.
Last one on tonight before we look ahead to Wycombe. How are the group in there? Because you've got a group that care. They've all made that clear when we've spoken to them over the course of the last few months. They want to be at this football club. They want to be part of this rebuild. So I would imagine that they're feeling it at the moment as well, because they don't want to come here and lose. They want to go out and win and enjoy great moments in a Derby shirt.
I've got great characters here, and they care. The dressing room's down, as it should be, after you lose any game. But I've got no doubt about their commitment. I've got no doubt about their characters or their temperament, and it's a huge test for me, and it's a huge test for the players to come out fighting on Saturday, and I'm sure we'll do that.
We've had so many challenges in the last couple of years. The challenge now is get out there in Pride Park on Saturday and get a result, because you want to enjoy that feeling again, and they're capable of doing it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, from where we were not long ago to where we are now, we're still with a great chance of having a special season, and we have to learn from these days. We've got players who haven't experienced League One before, and I think that was a huge lesson for them, especially the younger players today, in terms of what it takes, in terms of fight and winning second balls, and it's not always going to be the prettiest game of football. So it's always a learning process, and that's why my job at the moment is to stay calm, make sure we look at the bigger picture, and make sure we're heading in the right direction.